How's it going, everybody? It's Logan Xavier, also known as Hibikukaze, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an accumulation of day 15 to day 18. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, it's 4 days. I've missed 4 days of uploading. Well, 3 days. Today is an upload day. So 3 days of uploading, and I'm making up for it with this video. I've been doing the Z100s challenge, where you spend 100 days consecutively working at least 30 minutes each day on your own independent comic book. My comic book happens to be a sci-fi adventure crime fiction series called MechaNos. It is a story about Brett Oman. He's kind of a big troublemaker, and he enjoys doing a bunch of crazy things, and you just get to enjoy the adventure. First 2 days, I spent studying more. If you remember, day 14, I was explaining that I was learning how the Bristol board sheets work, how the blue lines work, and all about like printing out things and all that. So I learned how the paper worked. Day 15, I studied more on publication side of things, where they cut, do all the certain things with the paper, and how they bind all the books together, and I just found that interesting for that day, so I studied that. So I studied that for 2 days. I figured out more and more about that stuff. I figured out like how I want my border width to be, the gutter lines, all that stuff. I kind of played around with that, and I came up with a thing. Day 17, I decided that I was getting tired of procrastinating, but I didn't know how to move forward. So what I did was I spent more time. I figured, since I thought that the layouts were a good idea at one point, I figured I would continue working on the layouts. If you don't remember, these are my thumbnails. I went from the thumbnails to my page layouts. And this is just a crisper, cleaner cut version of what's on my thumbnails. For a while, I was saying that I didn't like this idea, and that I was trying to find out how big I should go before I go up to an 11 by 17. I've decided that I like this idea, and that I'm going to continue going through with it, but since I've wasted so much time trying to figure out what I should do, I've wasted time, obviously. So, while I work on this, I am also fixing up these. This is probably the cheapest way you can get comic book size paper. If you are interested, all this is an 11 by 17 sheet of paper, but it is two 8.5 by 11 computer size paper. This is printer paper, with masking tape on the back of it, and then I border lined it out to have the center be 10 by 15, which is what most comic printers and comic publishers look for when they go to cut the paper down. That is like the ratio that they go by. It's a 2 by 3. Whew. Okay. So, the next step is to fill these out with my panels and go from there. I filled out a couple here, trying to just get an idea of what I was wanting to do, and tried playing around with the layout, because the layout is still rough. There's still things I can do with the layout when it comes to finishing the product. So I'm still playing around. So from the layout to this, I will be shifting things, and then from this to the paper, it will be finalized. So these 11 by 17 copy paper sheets, like the false 11 by 17s, are going to be more or less the rough of the final, but it's still the final. From there, I will go on to the Bristol board, and from the Bristol board, I will either watercolor or go to my Unova tablet, which is here. This is my digital Wacom tablet alternative. I hope you guys can't hear the vacuum. I really hope you can't hear it. But this is like a Wacom not replacement, but alternative. It's cheaper by not much, but like half or whatever. It's cheaper version. As it's cheaper, the cords and stuff are a little wonky, but other than that, it's still a good tablet. I'm debating to go between this, like to do traditional or to do this. I like that I use Paint Tool SI a lot more than I use anything else. For me, that's the easiest program. I'll probably do lettering and stuff in Clip Studio because it's just easier to do. I still have to figure it out, but that's not important. For now, what I'm working on is the pages. I'm going to go from the thumbnails to the 11x17s, but the storyboards to the 11x17s, and then go from there. That's what I've been doing. That has been the 4 days. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a lovely night. Please go check out everyone else that is doing the V100s. Their links are in the description of this video. Please go check out Gazbot. He is almost finished with his. He's on day 95 or 96 when this is posted. Please go check it out. And if he's on round 2, there's another 100 days that you can go watch on his channel. Go check out Kevin Cross as well. He started this whole challenge and everything. But please go check out everybody in the description. There's a lot of cool people out there that are really helpful and really nice. If you are interested in knowing more about me, what has been happening these past 4 days, the reason I haven't posted is because I went in and got my EEG results. If you remember, if you've watched the whole time, I had that bandana thing on with the cords coming out of my head. That was the EEG. I had to wear that for 48 hours straight. I couldn't shower that entire time. It's gross. And I had glue in my hair, and I think I still have some in there. But I got my test results back. What it does is it reads your brain waves on different channels. Each little electrode is a channel, and then they can read like the outside layer of your brain activity. And when I went in the other day, they were like, "Oh, well, you performed for us." That was what the doctor said. It was that I performed for him quite a few times. So what that means is I had multiple signs of seizure activity, even on medication. So what was interesting was it was on the right side of my brain and not the left side of my brain. I have 2 brain lesions in the left side of my brain, not the right. So the fact that there was brain activity that was seizure, brain like seizure activity on the right side of my brain was more interesting. So that could mean that I'm having 2 types of seizures, or it could mean that the right side transfers over to the left and it just caught like the right side of it. It doesn't, we still have to figure it out. But his idea to fix it was, instead of creating like a cocktail of medications, to just bump up the medication that I'm on. And we did not do that slowly. My body has to get used to this medication. We doubled it. It went from 500 to 1,000. And I take that twice a day. So I take 4 or 500 milligram tablets a day. And we're going to try and hope that that does something. But the first couple days I started taking the 1,000 milligrams, first couple times actually, I've been feeling pretty bad. It's been kicking my butt hard. It's almost like I haven't been taking the medication. And I do have experience with overdosing before, so it feels like an overdose almost. like my stomach is hurting when I take the medication, so I gotta either talk to the doctor or figure something else out, or drink more water from what from what everyone's telling me. Drink more water. But that's what's been happening the past 4 days, both art-wise and personal-wise. Thank you all for staying and watching. I hope you all have a lovely day. This is Logan Xavier, also known as Hipikukaze, signing off. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. I just want to make sure you guys know that I do commission work, so if you do like my artwork, as you can see up here, the rates are listed. If you see anything you like or have an idea for something you might want to see me draw, feel free to contact me at hkcommissions@gmail.com and I will get back to you. Have a good one. Goodbye.